What's going on, you guys? It is Fatal here today to tell you on behalf of myself and on behalf of the Xbox Tavern why you should pick up Gears of War 4. Very few console-exclusive powerhouses have the punch that Gears of War has. For me personally, Gears of War represents my 16-year-old self on Xbox 360, slicing my way through hundreds of hours of non-stop gory action. Just shy of 10 years later, we have the long-anticipated sequel that will finally introduce the new gaming generation to the blood-soaked and delightfully grim Gears universe. Head of Xbox, Phil Spencer, promised a return to the horror roots for Gears under the watch of newly formed dev team The Coalition, and for the most part the game delivers just that. A couple of quick timeline missions reintroduce us to the world of Sarah, as we get a quick glimpse of what it was like to be a soldier in the frequently referenced Pendulum Wars, but far more exciting is the quick look at the life of a COG soldier on E-Day as the villains of the original trilogy, the Locust, burst through the ground and start laying waste to the population. This nod to the original storyline makes the horror of the original Locust invasion look absolutely daunting. From there, the campaign grinds to a complete halt for about 45 minutes as we are introduced to our new band of heroes. 25 years after the events of Gears of War 3, the delightfully written Delta Squad have hung up their lancers and settled into retirement. In their absence, we are introduced to Kate, the headstrong and fierce daughter of a free people settlement at war with the new COG, James Dominic Phoenix, the son of our favorite war hero Marcus, and his friend Del. Del and JD are free people defenders currently AWOL from the new COG. Under the whip of a fierce new dictator, the new COG runs a tight ship using robot soldiers called DBs to control the population. DBs make up your opponents for at least an hour of the campaign, and their bullet sponge nature will have even the most insatiable Gears fans rolling their eyes in disgust. If you can suffer this dull first act, you will be rewarded. Seemingly out of nowhere, you find yourself becoming more and more engrossed in the campaign as you are introduced to the elusive Swarm. The Swarm are a new threat, and their appearance in the game changes things on a dime. Full of creepy corridors, atmospheric caves, and wonderfully lit structures, you find yourself being reminded of the original game, and the tense feeling of anticipation as you explore. From this point on, the story unravels in true Gears fashion, with tragedy, action, sacrifice, and blood. Lots and lots of blood. Without spoiling any major plot points, this is the campaign that fans of the classic game were hoping for, and despite being relatively short at 7 to 10 hours, this is a campaign worthy of the Gears name. Just pretend the first hour didn't happen. Gears of War didn't become a household name with only single-player offerings, and the Coalition have provided a full versus multiplayer suite alongside the welcome return of the wave-based Horde mode. Versus mode is what you would expect, featuring classic game modes of the past such as Execution, Warzone, and Guardian. The new Dodgeball mode is a welcome addition, allowing you to bring a dead teammate back into the game if you kill an opponent. The competitive multiplayer is ranked, and after playing a few placement matches in every different mode, you'll be assigned a rank, supposedly dictating what kind of opponents you'll be matched up against. However, in my experience, plenty of high ranks have still found their way into lower tier matches and have unsurprisingly dominated the lower ranking players. The multiplayer steams along at a glorious 60 frames per second and easily feels like the fastest competitive experience Gears has provided yet. The cover system has never been better, dropping in and out of cover has never been easier, and the weapons feel better than they ever have. Horde mode takes more from the Gears of War 3 iteration than from Gears of War 2, offering base defense and tactical placements. New to Horde is the perk and roll system, allowing players to play a specific role for their team, such as sniper or engineer. Maintaining the health of your turrets and fences is paramount as you approach wave 50, and if you're not careful, you'll find yourself trapped, unable to make enough currency to replace your defenses while your enemies become stronger and stronger. Micromanagement is important, but working as a team is critical. You can get yourself buffs and perks from the new gear packs. These boxes are purchased with coins that you earn as you play every kind of multiplayer match. Opening these packs is a great way to get bounties that you can complete for XP and coin bonuses, though I personally think some of the rewards do not fit the accomplishment and are barely worth attempting. You can also get customizations for your characters and weapons. These range from common to epic in rarity, and you can purchase these boxes with real money if you choose to. The Coalition have provided a full cooperative versus mode where you and some friends can take on a team of bots that can be set to a specific difficulty. They prove decent opponents, and it's a shame that the rewards for these types of games average out to being a quarter of what you get in competitive play against humans. The developers have demonstrated an understanding of gamer appreciation for bot opponents, but have punished them for choosing that mode over competitive play. It's a step in the right direction though, and it can certainly sharpen player skills if they use it as a stepping stone before jumping in with the pros. Graphically, Gears of War 4 is a technical marvel. The game features the best rain effects I've ever seen, and as you slice and dice your way through the swarm, you will get covered in blood and guts, which will eventually wash off as you're walking through the rain. That is damn impressive. Speaking of slicing and dicing, many classic weapons make returns, but there are a fair few new players. The drop shot works like an overground digger from Gears of War 3. You hold down your trigger as you line up your shot and release when you reach your target. The buzzkill is a cannon that shoots spinning saw blades at your opponents, slicing them on impact. These blades bounce off of obstacles, and it's great to see what kind of trick shots you can pull off in the right conditions. Just watch that they don't come back at you. A multi-shot shotgun and a small SMG make up the new pickup weapons, but it's the addition of the combat knife that adds a gruesome new dynamic to cover play. When on cover, you can mantle kick your opponent and proceed to gouge them with your blade, or you can drag them over the cover and introduce them to that same fate. There are lots of impressive additions to the game. The new weather system can bring down windfalls that require trickery to traverse safely, and the ability to sprint with a two-handed weapon is appreciated. I miss collecting cog tags in the campaign, and I think it would have been a treat to collect the cog tags of characters who have perhaps died on and off screen. Some of the humor in the campaign can be hit and miss, but overall the characters are excellent. Despite the misgivings of many other reviewers, I feel that JD is a believable son for Marcus, making up the sort of stubborn, arrogant, spoiled child of a wealthy war hero that you would expect him to be. He's young, and he's only just beginning to figure out what kind of person he'll become. In my opinion, the new generation are perfectly fit for their purpose. When it's all summed up, Gears of War 4 is the offering that we were hoping for. Fine-tuned multiplayer that's better than it has been in years, a fully functional new Horde mode, and a superb campaign. Is this as good as or better than the original from 2006? In my honest opinion, no. But I do believe that it has the quality and value for money to edge Gears of War 2 as the new second best Gears game. Gears of War 4 is an excellent addition to a great franchise, even if the best days of Gears are definitely in the past. Is it a must-own? Not for everyone, but it definitely offers everything that the Gears faithful have been hoping for.